Hello and welcome back to History of Afghanistan. If you've ever wondered how ancient beliefs shaped modern civilizations, you're in for a powerful journey. Today, we step into a fascinating era when the early Aryans didn't just migrate, they laid the spiritual and linguistic foundations that would echo through millennia. After settling in the fertile valleys and mountain regions of ancient Afghanistan, the Aryan tribes brought with them more than horses and chariots. They brought an entirely new worldview, one that would give birth to sacred languages, cosmic myths, and one of the world's first monotheistic religions, Zoroastrianism. Let's uncover how these early settlers reshaped not only the land but also the spiritual and intellectual foundations of the region. The Aryans spoke an early form of the Indo-Iranian language family. This linguistic branch later split into two major directions. Indo-Aryan, which evolved into Sanskrit and influenced the Indian subcontinent. Iranian, which evolved into Old Persian, Avestan, and later Dari and Pashto, languages still spoken in Afghanistan today. The language of the early Aryans, known as Proto-Indo-Iranian, carried complex ideas about nature, gods, time, and ethics. These weren't just words, they were expressions of a deeply philosophical worldview. In ancient Afghanistan, particularly in Bactria and surrounding areas, this language began to take shape in religious hymns and oral poetry, eventually forming the basis of what we now call the Avesta, the holy book of Zoroastrianism. Before Zoroastrianism fully emerged, Aryan tribes practiced a form of polytheism centered on natural forces. Sky, fire, wind, and rivers were personified as deities. These gods symbolized both the beauty and chaos of the universe. Mithra, god of light and contracts. Ahura, a term for divinity. Anahita, goddess of water and purity. And Indra, wielder of storms. These deities appear in both Vedic and Iranian texts, showing the shared spiritual heritage of the Aryan world. But something remarkable happened in ancient Bactria, possibly around the 2nd millennium BCE. A prophet named Zarathustra, or Zoroaster, began to redefine this entire belief system. Zarathustra was likely born in the northeastern regions of present-day Iran or northern Afghanistan, possibly near Balkh, known then as Bactria, a spiritual and political hub. He rejected the old tribal polytheism and introduced a new, revolutionary idea. There is only one supreme god, Ahura Mazda, the Lord of Wisdom. Zoroaster taught that life was a moral battle between truth, Asha, and falsehood, Druj. Humans had free will and were responsible for choosing the path of light. This dualistic philosophy became the core of Zoroastrianism, one of the first religions to emphasize
monotheism. Judgment after death. Heaven and hell. The concept of Savior, Saushyant.
These ideas later influenced Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Afghanistan, especially Balkh, played a central role in spreading this new faith. Ancient fire temples or Atashkeda appeared across the region. The sacred fire, symbolizing purity and divine presence, became central to Zoroastrian worship. For centuries, Zoroastrianism was the dominant faith of the Iranian-Afghan world. The Achaemenid Empire, founded by Cyrus the Great, adopted it as the state religion, and its roots traced back to the highlands of Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, remnants of this faith still survive. Zoroastrian-style fire altars discovered in ancient archaeological sites. Names and terms in Pashto and Dari still echo Zoroastrian concepts. Local legends of divine light, truth, and cosmic struggle reflect the eternal themes of this ancient faith. Even today, many Afghan cultural values, hospitality, honor, resistance to oppression, are rooted in the moral universe of Zoroastrianism. The language and faith of the Aryans gave birth to empires. The Achaemenids, Parthians, and Sassanids all carried forward the legacy of Zoroaster, and Afghanistan remained a spiritual frontier.
But with time came change.
As new religions emerged, Buddhism, and later Islam, the ancient Zoroastrian temples faded. Yet, the soul of that era lives on in the ethics, language, and identity of Afghanistan's people. The Aryans didn't just migrate into Afghanistan. They planted seeds of language, culture, and faith that would grow into mighty trees of civilization. From their hymns came holy texts, from their ethics came empires, and from their prophet came a philosophy that shaped history. In our next episode, we'll explore the rise of the Achaemenid Empire, how Cyrus the Great and Darius the Great extended their rule into Afghanistan, and how this region became a jewel in one of history's most powerful empires. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're passionate about the ancient world and Afghanistan's majestic past. Thanks for watching. See you next time on History of Afghanistan.